Hello everyone, this is Blue Thunder Fan Racing, and this is the INORL Budweiser Retro Series. Today we are at Charlotte, which hosted the All-Star race. This is the 17th race of the season. So if only 4 rounds to go, we're gonna have to see who can win the championship. Only 38 points separate the points leader, Tony Blazer, and Zachary Robinson, who's pulled off a big surprise this week. Pulled off a big surprise this season. He's got a good car, but nobody really expected him to do well, as he's a very unknown name, but he's had a fantastic season. Starting on the pole is a big surprise in Tyler Manson, and starting next to him is the points leader, Tony Blazer. Row 2 is Rob Thomas, who's struggling to stay in championship contention, and Nick Hames. Row 3, Aaron Williams, who is also trying to be a championship contender, and Ashton Brab. Row 4 is Emilio Navarrete and Barney Ward, the heartbreak of Watkins Glen, perhaps the heartbreak of the season. And right at the top 10 is Mason Wood and Dion Scott. Gonna have to see what Tyler Manson can do. Zachary Robinson's rolling off 17th. However, it's kind of anyone's race at Charlotte. Dylan Young had some problems in qualifying. You can see his time is really screwed up. A lot of people competing for the championship. Like 3 drivers competing for the championship. Of course, Rob Thomas. Rob Thomas, however, is a long shot at this point. However, there's 2 other people looking in. Aaron Williams in the 6 machine is looking in with a lot. He's won a lot of races this season, 3 wins. As the green is going to be out, we are racing at Charlotte. Good start by Manson as we head into 1 and 2. Rob Thomas is slotted in the 2nd, but Manson, who's had bad luck all season, I think he actually has the most DNFs. He's gonna get challenged for the lead here, but he will lead the first lap. So that's good for Manson. Here comes Rob Thomas, though, competing for a championship. But now Aaron Williams is looking low. Aaron Williams is trying to get in the championship contention. Then behind Aaron Williams is Emilio Navarrete, who's competing for Rookie of the Year. I believe he currently leads Rookie of the Year over Josh Cullen. And now here comes Aaron Williams. He's got drafting up from Navarrete. Rob Thomas led a lap. That's going to be good for him in the championship. He needs to gain points. Aaron Williams goes to the front now as here comes Navarrete. Navarrete looking down low, and here comes Navarrete. Looks like Navarrete will probably lead this lap. There's Mason Wood, 2 wins this season. Both of them came on road courses. Mason Wood tried to sweep all 3 of the road courses, but he did not win the last road course race at Watkins Glen. We're talking about the driver to 42 here. Ben Ward is up to 17th. Haven't seen a lot of him lately. Ben Ward has been real quiet this season. He's done a very good job, but he's been very quiet. I haven't really heard much of him all season. There's Barney Ward. Again at Watkins Glen, the heartbreak of the season. Lost the engine of 2 laps to go, brought out the caution. Perhaps he could win today. The number 3 seems to be associated with a lot of bad luck in my series. The only driver of the number 3 that has not suffered bad luck is Ryan Acosta in the IndyCar series. Barney Ward over here and Thomas McCook in the trucks have both had bad luck all season. Although they are both actually top 10 points. Although it would be a lot higher if their luck was better. Looking in the back here, there's Samuel McDonald is going to be running Hardy's colors for the rest of the season. Daytona 500 champion, hasn't done much since then though. There's Dylan Young, he started last, up to 27th. To no surprise, Tyler Manson's having some problems after starting on the pole. He led the first lap, but he's now dropped to 20th. Zachary Robinson running in 19th. Where's Tony Blazer? Tony Blazer is ahead of him. He was 11th last time by. I believe he may now be in 10th. We're going to see as he crosses the stripe here. Blazer is in 10th. New leader Nick Hames in the 71. Nick Hames has had a real quiet season. He's done a lot better than I thought he would, because he's driving a pretty underfunded car. It's been a good season for Nick Hames. Rhett Yates has also had a good season, although he kind of fell into a bit of a slump. Starting with Michigan, but he seems to be getting back on the warpath here, and he's gonna take the lead. Evan Gattuso is another driver that could potentially be a championship contender, but at this point it's not likely. Watkins Glen probably killed his slim championship hopes as he crashed out in the 2 laps to go chaos that occurred when Barney Ward lost the engine. There he is. Ashton Brab, the German, is up to 12th place, having a pretty solid day. After the second race of the season at Richmond, Ashton Brab was actually the points leader, but although he's been real anonymous ever since then. No word on if he's coming back next season. There's Richard Johnson, 2 wins, both on short tracks. He won at Martinsville and again at Bristol, the second race. Rhett Yates led that lap. Tracy Moore is now in second, but Aaron Williams is going for the second spot. And Barney Ward's kind of squeezing it in. Oh boy, Free Wide's actually kind of pushing it here at Charlotte. These guys might be pushing their luck. Oh boy. Oh, there's contact! Ben Ward and Evan Gattuso just slapped the wall. No wreck, but that's going to be bad. And Rob Thomas is getting held up by Ben Ward. Oh boy, he's not going to appreciate that. As there's a lot of free wide. I think this might be the caution. This might be the first caution of the day here. And Tyler Manson's is in here. No surprise there. Can't have a situation that'll probably end in a wreck without Tyler Manson. Hopefully they can keep it clean. And they will. Oh, that's a tough break for Evan Gattuso. He's had a bit of bad luck lately. Gattuso's had a bit of bad luck lately. Hasn't really gone too well. Ben Ward's also kind of had some. Has also had some bad luck. When Ben Ward runs up front, he usually gets involved in wrecks. And Zachary Robinson is now ahead of Tony Blazer. Robinson is in 6th. Last time by, Tony Blazer was in 12th, although he's now going to be passing Ashton Brab for the 11th position, and now trying to get past Toby Sanford for 10th. Sanford's another driver who's been anonymous this season ever since he stepped in at 75. Of course, at the beginning of the season, that car was driven by Hiroshi Kato. Of course, Alexander Dawson's drivers have been long forgotten now. This is the longest race of the season. Aaron Williams has led some laps now. Alright, see 600 miles, Coca-Cola 600. Longest race of the season. And there's Dylan Young. He's now in 11th after starting last. Good, awesome run so far for Dylan Young. As Zachary Robinson now moves into the 5th position, bypassing his teammate Richard Johnson. Nick Hames is having a very strong day. Here he goes, trying past Rhett Yates for 3rd. Nothing doing now. This race seems to really be calming down. There's Kyle Sosnowski. He's kind of had a bit of a rough day here, running 35th. There's Gattuso down to 34th now. Brandon Bain struggled in 36th. There's Ben Paul. Zach Campbell is he's really struggled so far in his short career. 38th is where Campbell is. Where's Alessandro Vietti? There's Josh Cullen. He's struggling in 30th. Oh, here we go. Green flag pit stops. As we are a quarter of the way through. Alessandro Vietti is currently ranked in 21st now. There's Tyler Manson. He's in 18th, I believe. Uh-oh. Free wide. Look out. And here comes some more drivers coming in. You can see Barney Ward is off. Tony Blazer is off. Gonna check in on Nick Hames. When he comes in, when we comes in, we're gonna be following Zachary Robinson on the pit road. See what he does. When is he coming down? And he is. And Dylan Young, there he goes. Dylan Young stays out again. So that's I'd say it's kind of risking it with pit strategy. You're gonna have to see what happens to Dylan Young. He started last, but he's been moving up ever since then. We're gonna be following Robinson here, see what he does. The Levi Garrett car. Will he be changing all 4? Yes, changing all 4s for Zachary Robinson. Packing it full of fuel. There he is. He's in. Now, where's Dylan Young? There's Dylan Young. I'm looking for the leader. There's Gattuso and Ben Ward. I think the leader could be Rhett Yates. I'm gonna see here. Rhett Yates is ranked in 2nd. It's either gonna be Rhett Yates or Dylan Young. I can't find Dylan Young anywhere. Where's Dylan Young? I think Dylan Young may have come off of pit road. Where's Dylan Young? Aaron Williams is going for what could be 2nd. We're going to see who is the leader. And it is Rhett Yates. Let's check in on Dylan Young though, see where he is. And oh boy, that pit strategy, that pit stop did not work. That pit strategy did not work out, probably because of a bad pit stop. Dylan Young is gonna end up in 22nd. And, of course, Tyler Manson's good run has kind of fallen to pieces. He's now dropped to a much more mediocre 27th. And Nick Hames also having some problems on his pit stop. He's 28th. Jackson Brown and James Qualls had problems as usual. And Ashton Brabs dropped all the way to 33rd. Brandon Bain has struggled all day. There's Ben Ward. He's a lap car, but he's fighting with the lead lap cars as Tony Blazer is in 4th. Where's Zachary Robinson? Oh wow, Robinson's pretty far back. Actually, is pretty far back from Blazer. Robinson was 15th last time by. I think he's now going to be 14th as he goes by Dion Scott. This could be a fuel mileage race. This could end up being a fuel mileage race. There's gonna be at least one more pit stop cycle. Aaron Williams is taking the lead. Will Barney Ward be going for the top spot anytime soon? Yes, here he comes, Barney Ward, looking to avenge his Watkins Glen heartbreak. He's had problems all season. Will things finally go his way? And then Gattuso just walled up. Gattuso and Ben Ward have walled up the lead lap cars, allowing the 3 and the 6 to break away. They are on the pace, which is just going to make things more annoying. Actually, Joshua Caloney appears to be a little off the pace. Excuse me, he's a full second off. As Aaron Williams goes for the lead, Tony Blazer is now moved into 3rd. Where's Zachary Robinson? Robinson now moving backwards. He was 11th last time by. Aaron Williams, there he is. As Emilio Navarrete now challenges Tony Blazer for 3rd. Slow car! Kyle Sosnowski's in trouble. I think he's lost the engine on the 28. I think Kyle Sosnowski just lost the engine. As Barney Ward is leading now, Emilio Navarrete goes for 2nd with help from T.O. Bain. The Billy Hagan car of T.O. Bain. As Joshua Caloney's getting put a lap down, he's teammates of Tyler Manson. And just like Tyler Manson, he's had bad luck all season, although Tyler Manson has been faster than Joshua Caloney. That stopped car was Kyle Sosnowski. We're going to take a quick break from the live action to see exactly what happened to the 28 of Kyle Sosnowski. Of course, that car appears to have broken down, so I think he's going to be out of the race. Let's take a look. Well, the Robert Yates team is not going to be very happy, as you can see. As I expected, Kyle Sosnowski lost the engine on the 28. Here he is, he's running in third. There he is, losing the engine there. And he is going to be coming to a stop. He's going to come to... As he is going to be coming to a stop off the track. He did not bring out a caution. Kyle Sosnowski was struggling anyway. He was running in 30-30. He was struggling all day. He was struggling throughout the whole race. Let's get back to the live action. Back to live action here as Barney Ward is leading in the free. T.O. Bain going for 2nd. Where's Tony? That kind of brings up, where's Tony Blazer? 8th. Where's Zachary Robinson? 19th last time by, but he appears to be moving back up. and drivers appear to be busy battling for second. So this is allowing Barney Ward to pull away. However, although there's actually big packs of cars at Charlotte, and that won't help Barney Ward very much because drivers will be able to catch up to him with the draft. You can see Aaron Williams is getting a slingshot on Barney Ward. He is a lot faster. There's Ben Ward, slow. He's a lap down. So is Evan Gattuso. There's Caloni. Great points day for Tony Blazer. I'm telling you, this is why Tony Blazer is going to be winning the championship. Aaron Williams is now taking the lead as Ben Ward is passing his brother. Ben Ward is a lap down, so he's not helping his brother out at all here. Meanwhile, Jack Nathan is running in third. Nathan has kind of struggled. Although Ben Ward kind of trolling his brother there. That's a good opportunity for Jack Nathan to take second here in the Cale Yarborough machine. And here he goes. He's got it. He's got the spot. And there you go. Kyle Sosnowski is officially out of the race. He is 42nd. So far, the only driver out. Clutch failure on the 28. That's not the driver I'd expect to. Oh gosh! Wow! Take a look at the back and look at this. They're going 3 wide for the all-important position of 35th. Jeez, they're almost wrecking it. Why would he fight that hard for 35th? That's just stupid. While Mason Wood's going for second. Zachary Robinson now in 10th. Rob Thomas is in 11th. Eric Austin is top 10 in points, but I do not think he'll be a championship contender. As Ben Ward appears to have finally been disposed of. Drivers are again busy battling for the second spot here. Although, I think we could be having a pit stop cycle soon, and took the words right out of my mouth. As soon as I say that, green flag pit stop, second cycle starting. Gonna watch the points leader here, Tony Blazer. He's got a 38-point advantage over Zachary Robinson at this moment. Before pit stops, he would be increasing that gap. Sorry, not very good camera angles there. He would be increasing that gap at the moment. Four tire change for Tony Blazer. Here's Zachary Robinson. Robinson will probably be going for a 4 tire change here. And Robinson is off. Dylan Youngs has stayed out again. Nick Hames doing that as well, but that does not appear to be the right strategy to go with here. That did not really work out the last time for those two. Hames is going to be coming down pit road. And so will Dylan Young. I think Aaron Williams is going to be the new leader. Hopefully we can find him. There he is. Aaron Williams and Rhett Yates running right with each other here. I know Rhett Yates would love to get a win. He has one win in the INORL. That was in the Sony IndyCar Series back at Mallory Park. He won that race in very controversial fashion. Not ranked, and they're not ranked as the leaders yet. Leaders ranked as Nick Hames right now. As Rhett Yates is passing Aaron Williams. I believe this is for the lead. And I believe Rhett Yates will have the lead here. And he will. 5 bonus points for Rhett Yates, as Aaron Williams is going to be trying to take the lead right back. Emilio Navarrete, he's hungry. He's hungry for a good finish. Navarrete's been very quiet, pretty fast. Navarrete's been pretty fast, especially in the UPS Truck Series. He's done a good job over there, although he hasn't quite been as fast lately. Navarrete led that lap though, trying to be the rookie of the year in this over here in this series. This car was driven by Yokohama Kato at the beginning of the season. A few cars have been through a few driver changes. A few cars have been through driver changes, of course. T.O. Bain now in a second. Mason Wood is in third. Fourth is Rhett Yates. Fifth is Aaron Williams. Sixth is Barney Ward. Seventh is Eric Austin. Eighth, Jack Nathan. Ninth is now Tony Blazer. And 10th is Zach Austin. So both the Austins are in the top 10. Good day for those two, especially for Zach Austin. Zach Austin's been struggling all season. He could use this. Now, Zach Austin did get the pole at Texas. However, I believe he actually finished 42nd in that race from a wreck. Rob Thomas is in 11th. There's Zachary Robinson running in 12th. Gonna be losing some points today, but not that many. There's a pole sitter, Tyler Manson, back in 28th. Ashton Brabb's now dropped even further and down to 30th. And we're also going to be having a few drivers getting put a lap down here, starting with Thomas Reynolds, who is very slow. Going to be putting him a lap down real quick as we're approaching 10 laps to go in this race. Navarrete is now right on the tail bumper here of Thomas Reynolds in the 65. I do not believe that 65 team will be back full time. I believe the 65 team will not be back full time next season, as Navarrete is now challenged by Rhett Yates. Reynolds gets put a lap down. Chris Rickenbaugh had already been put a lap down here. Next on the hit list is Pichu London, and there's Samuel McDonald, not doing much with the Hardy scheme. Mason Wood now goes in the second. Mason Wood competing for the championship in the Truck Series. He's got it almost all but locked up in the Truck Series, so he's done really good. And now, as Rhett Yates crosses the stripe, there are going to be 10 laps to go here at Charlotte. That sounded kind of stupid. And look at this. Robinson actually managed to catch up to this pack here, and so is Rob Thomas. Nope. Rob Thomas is trying to become a championship contender again. He's kind of out of range. He's struggling to stay in championship contention. Robinson, though, he is a title contender, trying to gain points on Tony Blazer. He won last week at Watkins Glen by the... I forgot to mention that Robinson won last week's race at Watkins Glen by the virtue of Barney Ward's breakdown. Barney Ward's engine failure. But those cars don't appear to be very fast. They appear to be losing this group. That's not what Robinson needed. Mason Woods now at the front. Eight laps to go. There's Thomas Reynolds and Chris Rigobot, 2 lap cars drafting, and they're gonna freaking pass Tony Blazer. I mean T.O. Bain, sorry. I seriously don't understand why they haven't just backed off. They're not gaining anything by... Oh, free wide for around Tony Blazer! And Robinson and Rob Thomas are there. There are now 7 laps remaining. Aaron Williams led that last lap. Rob Thomas trying to catch up to Tony Blazer. But Zachary Robinson's now going to be looking low, and he's getting pushed by his teammate, the 17 of lap car Ben Ward, who is a lap car. I'd like to mention. But Robinson now runs up high and is going to be getting passed by Ben Ward. Blazer is in 8th. And Aaron Williams trying to pull away, looking for 4 wins in Season 1. That would be the most. That would be the most of any driver in this series. Five laps to go. Navarrete is now closing the door. Navarrete is now closing in. T.O. Bain is going for the 3rd spot. Can he hold it? Can he hold it? No. And Mason Woods now trying the outside, but he's gonna get a bad run. No surprise. Inside his preferred line. Tony Blazer's in 7th. Where is Zachary Robinson? Still in this pack here, around the bottom of the top 10. Four to go. Aaron Williams still leading. Rhett Yates now going for 2nd. And we've got to be thinking about fuel mileage. The pit cycles were starting just before each quarter. Drivers could be coming in as late as lap 59 or perhaps the last lap. 3 to go now. Aaron Williams still leading. Rhett Yates, though, hungry for his first INORL, hungry for his 2nd INORL victory and 1st in the Budweiser Retro Series. T.O. Bain wants his 1st. Mason Wood, however, in the 42, is looking for his 4th. And here comes Rhett Yates. Rhett Yates down low with 2 laps remaining. Rhett Yates going low for the lead. And he's got help from T.O. Bain. Could Rhett Yates pull out the win? Or could it be T.O. Bain winning this race? And again, we gotta think about fuel mileage. Coming up turn 4, is anyone coming down? No one I can see at the front. Rhett Yates takes the white flag as T.O. Bain goes for 2nd. He's got help from Mason Wood, but Wood is probably looking for that spot real soon here. Rhett Yates, he needs to go down and block. But he's got good, but he's gonna get good runoff of 2. Could this be it? Is Yates going to pull it out? Off of turn 4, yes he will. It's going to be the 2nd. It's going to be Rhett Yates taking a win here at Charlotte. His 2nd INORL victory and 1st in the Budweiser Retro Series. Congratulations to Rhett Yates. He's had a pretty good season, and this is exactly what he needed. Perhaps he could be a long shot championship contender. 2nd is T.O. Bain, very close, not enough though. 3rd is Mason Wood. 4th, Aaron Williams. 5th, Emilio Navarrete. 6th is Eric Austin. 7th is Barney Ward. 8th is Tony Blazer. 9th is Zach Austin, and 10th is Jack Nathan. Well, here comes the results and standings. I kind of screwed up there. Here comes the results and standings. You've been watching a production of the INORL, Racing Uncontained. See you next time.